Sophomore year of high school was a very tough year for me. I was brutally bullied and made fun of, and the worst was algebra class. And in this class, I had my main bully, a couple uh, minion bullies, and then a classroom of 30. And some of them would partake in the bullying and making fun of me. It was all verbal. It was mean. It was just intended to make me feel like I was a nothing. And truth be told, in that year, I started thinking that life would be better off without me. And that was the first time thoughts like that had ever come into play. It was hard. And what was striking when I was being picked on throughout the class, and it was every algebra class, what was striking wasn't just the bully's behavior or his buddies, but it was also the rest of the class. Out of a class of about 30 to 35 students, do you know how many people ever stuck up for me? Zero. No one spoke up. No one spoke out. No one confronted cruelty. No one would stick their neck out to say this is somebody who has value, who doesn't deserve this, doesn't deserve to be picked on like this. Silence. So when I see Christians that might admit they don't like Trump, they think he's the lesser of the two evils, they are pro-life, all the things that you check boxed on, but they are silent about his cruelties. They're silent about his criminal behavior. They're silent about the immorality, the lack of accountability, the narcissism, the illegality, the throwing away of our justice system, the destroying of the three equal branches, etc., etc. His sexual behavior, his illegal behavior, his greed, and doing the polar opposite of, I fed the hungry, I clothed the naked, etc. Remember the least of these in the Bible? When you do that to the least of these, you do it unto me. He's doing it for the greatest of these, catering to millionaires and billionaire buddies, and people that bribe him, pardoning those who bribe him. That's who he is serving. And that's the polar opposite. There is no fruit of the Spirit. This man pretends to be a Christian, that puts on sheep's clothing, but he's a wolf. His cryptocurrency folks are erecting a golden statue of him for a golf course. This man is naming everything after him, wants prizes and medals and trophies, and it's the polar opposite of what authentic Christian faith is. But who's speaking out? What is killing me is that Christians are remaining silent. And what's killing the world is that they see either Christians being silent, or they see them mimicking all of his bad behaviors, double downing on his lies, and even mimicking his insults and some of that cruelty. Case in point, when Alex Peretti was killed, I saw some of my Christian contacts on Facebook, showing articles in defense of ICE rather than in defense of a man who was murdered. This is the type of thing I'm talking about. It is time that we recognize the bully and stand up against the things that are totally counter to a leader or a godly leader. He is none of that. And it's time to